Um, so I was asked to come and speak here, and I really had no idea what to do because all I could visualize in my head is TED Talks, right? That's the only thing nowadays people visualize the minute you get called to a conference or to speak at some kind of an open forum. Everybody thinks TED and they think red carpet in front of them and they think this big screen at the back of them and how they can sound profound that so that people can share the YouTube video that they spoke on. And that's what I did, man. That's what I thought of. Then I said, what is it that I can maybe speak about that might be entertaining? And a lot of people have told me my life is very entertaining and funny and humorous. And it's got a lot of moments in it that people have kind of told me they cannot understand. So I thought that would be probably a good thing to talk about. It's embarrassing enough, it's going to be entertaining therefore. And it's not like too many people don't know it. The overall umbrella under which I thought I could do this was, it's never too late or too early to do something. Everybody always has this, and it's always the elders tell the youngers that it's too late. It means that you should have done that like a long time ago, or it's too early, wait for it. And I have never really lived by that principle till now, and I hope I never have to. And this was an image I came across which I thought kind of was very relevant. You were, as someone's telling you were born too late, you will never explore the earth. And that's kind of sad. Imagine Columbus at that point in time. He was like just such a cool dude because he had so much to do. He could go to a place and say, I found that place. And today we can't do that. Today we can't even do that with ideas, and we can't even do that with restaurants more often than not. Everybody's been to it. Everybody knows the cool place in the city or the cool place to buy cheap stuff. Similarly, we're born too early and we can never explore the galaxy. So how I'd love to actually get onto a starship and go with Yoda somewhere and explore a new place. It's never going to happen. Keeping that in mind, there are some people, however, that have kind of used that towards their advantage. And they say timing is everything. You have to be at the right time, the right moment, the right place. I think that's a big load of bullshit because they really don't know what they're talking about. Because if they knew what time it was and they would be there doing it. I think you just have to go with the flow a lot of times, and it just kind of works out. And a few people's examples that I pulled off the net, and I don't know this by heart, so I'm going to read it. He was twice rejected by University of California School of Cinema Arts. Can you imagine? And he turned out to be Steven Spielberg. He was fired by a newspaper editor because he lacked imagination and had no good ideas. He turned out to be Walt Disney. His teacher told him he was too stupid to learn anything. That's Thomas Edison for you. And his mother pulled him out of school as a boy so that he could run the family farm. And he failed really miserably at doing that because he was Isaac Newton. So these are just some examples of people who have kind of been at the wrong place, but they actually managed to get out of there. So timing is everything, or is it not? I mean, I don't have the answer to that. So I'm just going to talk about my experiences in life and how kind of, I just went through it. So embarrassing picture number one, as you can see. It is definitely entertaining if nothing else. So I picked up learning the guitar when I was in standard 10. So I was around 19 years old, and this was 1995. 19-year-old picking up a guitar to learn it. A lot of people would be like, man, that's really too late, right? You shouldn't be doing it at that late a stage because people who have kind of made it like Jimi Hendrix and Jim Morrison, etc., and they died at 27, so they probably reached their peak in the 20s. And here it was me who was kind of picking up the guitar at 19. Learned 4 chords and kind of quit 2 guitar classes because I was too lazy to actually learn scales, because that's everybody in this room has probably been given a lesson or has interacted with some kind of a professional that teaches you scales or 3 chords. I managed to learn 4 and then played for 3 years in my bedroom and figured out, what, it may not be a bad idea to take this up as a full-time career and start a band. Again, questions were asked, are you serious? You're 20 and you're wanting to start a band, and you need to kind of learn for 5 years before you can do anything. embarrassing picture number 2. Leather pants were in at that point in time. Do not make fun. So I was too lazy to rehearse or play covers, and we started a band, 4 people around our area, and we were like, okay, what do we do now? We really don't know more than 4 chords, and we don't know more than 6 rhythms, so we have to do something. So we said, okay, fine, let's just make up our own songs, because we were just too lazy to learn other people's songs. So we played originals, and we got up on any stage that could host us and say, okay, this is what our songs are. And we got lots of bottles on stage. People had half-filled bigger Bisleri bottles, and they managed to kind of get as many of those on stage. So people knew we had played, because there would be like 100 empty bottles on stage whenever we walked off. So the next band was like, okay, Zero had come here and played a show. So people suggested also that, why don't you guys do Hindi? Why are you guys doing English? It's too early at this point in time, because it was in the 90s, and doing original music in the 90s was just really uncool, and it was something that people were not really looking forward to. They wanted to hear Metallica, they wanted to hear Bryan Adams, and they wanted to hear all that kind of stuff, and here you guys are coming playing 4 chords and thinking you're really cool. So was it too early at that point in time to do English? I don't think we even thought about it. We just said, but questions were asked, are you guys too early? Another embarrassing picture number 4. In college at that point in time, I was a big flunk. I would actually get thrown out of class a lot. I managed to just scrape through my 10th standard exams, got a 60%, and I think I just scraped through French at that point in time. Got just the mere 36 marks required to pass, and I'm sure it was grace. I can say I didn't have a good French teacher, probably. Regularly got 80 KTs. For those not in college yet, those are allowed to keep term, lots of those, and I'm sure the older lot are familiar with what horror stories go with having an 80 KT in college. My psychology teacher actually was somebody who saved me from flunking a class, and this was in my second year of college, and that kind of triggered something, and she was like, you know what, you need to kind of get your socks up, otherwise you're not going to get out of this college. I think that scared me more than anything else, and I kind of pulled my socks up saying, I need to get out of college. And I was wondering, in my second year of college, after having this history, is it too late to start studying? There's no way that you can be treated as an academic because of the fact that you've got so many KTs, no matter what you do in your third year. But I think I bit the bullet and kind of hit the books, and I topped my third year in college. At 21, I didn't know what the hell else to do, because I said, okay, now I've topped my third year, so I'm suddenly on top of the class, and what do I do? So I said, let's become a lawyer. That's a cool thing to do, right? And everyone was like, oh, okay, is it too late for you to actually start thinking? It's 3 years post-graduation. So I'm like, yeah, I think I can do it. I finished law school, and I actually practiced law in 2 firms, one called Nishit Desai, one called Juris Corp, and became a corporate and IP lawyer. And after 2 years, I was like, okay, this is it. I can't do this anymore, because it's really uncomfortable clothing. And I need to get out of this and do something that allows me to wear really comfortable clothes. But is it too late to switch? Because now you've done all of this stuff, and you're in another 5 years or 6 years time, you probably have a nice cushy job, you're making a lot of money, you have potential to become a partner in a law firm, or at least just earn a lot more money. And I was 25 at the time, so everybody was like, you're set in your life, what's wrong with you? It's too late for you to do anything else. What I ended up doing was, a friend of mine called Vijay, who some people in the audience know and have met last week, looks very different now, I must say. This was in 2003. Just to give you a general sense, Vajpayee was PM at that point in time. India played Australia, and in the finals, and they lost miserably. And there were bomb blasts in Mumbai. And I said, what do we do now? I've quit my corporate IP career. So I said, let's start a music business. And that suddenly seemed like, are you guys crazy? It's like the the 90s and early 2000s, and you guys want to get into the music industry? Really bad idea. It's just too early. I said, you know what, let's do it anyway. So what we did is we managed independent artists that were doing original music in English in India. That sounded so wrong, right? It sounds wrong even today when somebody says that that's what I do. But we worked out of our bedrooms. We actually paid ourselves no money for 5 years, with a lot of help from parents. That always helps. And to start an alternative lifestyle for youth-oriented businesses. So we started off with music, and then we went into doing concerts, and we started doing videos and AVs and things like that. And again, question was too early. Some of the results, well, Zero didn't do too badly. We did around 300 shows till date. We've performed all over the country. One of our songs is considered a rock anthem at this point in time, and we still get asked by middle-aged people to play it when we get up on stage, because they actually know our songs. Yeah, I know I'm middle-aged. It sounds really weird, right? So that doesn't mean everyone else here is old, but I mean, we're all middle-aged at this point in time. We released 2 albums. We still have some fans who come up to us and take selfies, and they were like, you know what, we were big fans of you guys back in the day. It really sounds weird. So it just suddenly gives you a sense of age. So we didn't do too badly over there. On the company didn't do too well. We started a music festival called the NH7 Weekender. You know, again, it was in 2010 that we started, and at that point in time, people were like, it's too early to start a music festival in India. People don't understand what the music festival is. You know, they will not come to it. So in year 1, we got around 2,000 odd people. We lost 40 lakhs, and we were like, this is a really bad idea. But we stuck to it. In year 2, we got around 3,000 odd people. We lost around 20 lakhs. So we're like, this is not bad. It's going somewhere. It's coming closer to zero, right? Today, however, it's in 4 cities. We see around 25,000 odd people over there, and it's worth around 15 to 18 odd crores as an entire property in itself. So it's kind of done fairly well for itself. At OML, moving forward, you know, we did tours with international acts. So these are some of the tours, artists we brought down. We've done Mumford and Sons, who actually came down before they became big. And, you know, we did a show with them at the amphitheater in Bandra. And there were 300 people from Mumford and Sons at the amphitheater in Bandra. And I couldn't understand for the life of me as to why more people were not there. But when they were actually playing on the Grammy stage and kind of jamming with Bob Dylan, I was like, shit, those guys were standing outside Bandra Amphitheater waiting for their pickup at one point in time. David Guetta we brought down a couple of times, lots of big fans. Jay Sean, Nora Jones, just a couple of them. We did this TV property called The Tourists, which again was independent music. I know it came on Star World. Okay, someone is gesticulating very heavily over there, saying the cupcakes are getting over. So, 2013, it was valued at the company was valued at around $15 million, and I was like, you know what, I want to exit. So people were like, that's a bad idea. You shouldn't be exiting right now. It's too early. You know, there's so much more to go. You really shouldn't be exiting. I exited anyway. Got married at 30 to my beautiful wife that's somewhere at the back over there, who everybody knows. That was another question. It's 30. You are still not married. That's, you know, we dated for 8 years, and people were like, that's just too long. You shouldn't be doing stuff like that. Too late to get married. 30, I don't think it's a bad idea. That over there, obviously, again, he looks all cute and all, but don't let him come near you. He spits. When you have the regular baby question, right? It's too early. It's too late. People keep kind of having this, I don't know what timeline they have in their heads. Everybody's got their own timeline saying you should be already having the baby. And if people over here are married, you probably are fed up of answering the first question. And if the first is answered, when you're having, the second one is immediately following. You know, when you're having, because will you be fit enough to care for that person? Not if that person is actually, you know, going to get benefit or not. Again, speaking at 4. Question, too early, too soon? I don't know. I'm here, I'm talking to you guys. Hopefully it was, you know, entertaining. Hopefully it was something that made sense. Thanks. Just a quote I'd like to leave everybody with from F. Scott Fitzgerald, who's known for his work, The Great Gatsby. It's never too late or too early to be whoever you want to be. There's no time limit. Stop whenever you want. You can change or stay the same. There are no rules to this thing. You can make the best or the worst of it. And I hope you see things that startle you. I hope you feel things you never felt before. I hope you meet people with a different point of view. I hope you live a life you're proud of. And if you find that you're not, I hope you have the strength to start all over again. Thank you.